Hello.
And a quick voice check, Adam.
Oh.
I think that's good. Is that better? That's better.
Just shows that there's absolutely no internal editing in his mind.
This is a SNEWS Button podcast where we do some SNEWS Button news and stuff.
I'm ready for the snooze this week. I'm not sure about the button bit.
Really?
I like a good button.
Yeah.
Can't have snooze without the button. Have you set a timer, Adam?
Do you want me to set a timer?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, well, hang on. Have we got any questions first?
We haven't. Well, I haven't got any questions from listeners.
Oh.
I've got a question.
You've got a listener.
No, I just got a question.
Just got a question for yourself.
I have a question.
Hang on. Let's do the intro music and stuff, and then
Yeah.
Well, we do it in post, so carry on.
done.
No, we play it live every week. So it's slightly different each time.
Yeah. What's your question, Adam?
It's not relevant to anything right now.
So
Just-
why
just a
why bring
question.
it up?
Because you said, has anyone got a question? So yeah, there
I've
you
got
go.
so many questions.
I'm sure I can answer a few, but I don't know if I can answer all of them.
Right. Despite the fact we've set a timer this week, about 90% of the news is based on trailers. So
Okay.
we'll just muscle through it, shall we? And see
Go.
what happens. As bloody anticipated and predicted by somebody in this room, Pacific Rim 2 has knocked Black Panther off the top spot at the box office.
Well done.
Has it?
It has.
I've heard it's quite good fun as well.
I've heard
Wow.
it's not a very good film because mainly it's geared towards the Asian market.
Whoa, racist.
It's not racist. It's just that a lot of the story threads
It's not
and
very
things-
good cause China. What? I read it in the Daily Mail, mate. They told me it's all the them Chinese fault over there, you know, like building everything that I use the internet for and shit, but they made fucking film and it's a bit Chinese.
But you can understand why some things don't carry over from an Asian movie to the UK. Some story threads will just be a little bit more drawn out and things, like they'll focus on emotional content or
Which Americans don't like.
a different kind of humour, you know. So all of those things are included in the movie. They've targeted an Asian market with it.
Ah.
Yeah. So if you don't get it, and you're from the UK or America, that's probably why.
Interesting,
You know?
though, how they've targeted where the money is.
Yeah, well, the first movie did
Says
very
a lot,
well.
doesn't it?
Very, very well in China. So,
But then, to be honest, like it knocking Black Panther off the top spot.
yeah.
But then the Black Panther's been out how long and hit
5
the billion?
weeks.
It's hit the billion mark now, isn't it already?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
now
so-
the 13th biggest selling movie of all time.
So I don't
think.
imagine it's that much of an achievement to knock it off at this point after it's come out.
I'm going to see it this week.
Finally.
Yeah, but I probably would have waited, but I don't think it's going to come out on Blu-ray before
It won't come out before the end of next month. No.
before Avengers. So I'm like, I just text my brother. I was like, "Is it Black Panther on?" And he's like, "Yeah." Have you seen it? No. Should we go? He's like, "Yep, done, sorted."
Cool.
So yeah, it is now 27 million away from taking the 11th biggest movie of all time. So it's at 12th at the moment. Beauty and the Beast is at the 11th, in the 11th spot. And yeah, it's already done 100 million in China. We're talking about Black Panther here,
Yeah.
by the way, in the last 2 weeks. And it's still got a couple of markets under its belt. So it might well, yeah, just nip in there and knock Beauty and the
Mental.
Beast out of the way, you know? Either way, a lot of people went to the cinema this past weekend. All of the top 5 took above 10 million. Black Panther took 16, Pacific Rim took 28, and then the rest of the top 5 all took around 10 each. So that's a fairly healthy weekend for the
And it's
for
not
the
even
cinema.
proper summer cinema yet.
No, it's just going to go mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
With all the blockbusters this summer, it's just going to be an absolute free-for-all.
Yeah.
I think Marvel have done the right thing, getting Avengers in there really early.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
also, the shitter the world gets, the more people just go, "Oh, let's go to the cinema." and forget
Escapism.
about it.
Yeah. Same as what happened with the banking crisis in 2009 or whatever it was. Everyone just suddenly, you noticed that HMV and comic shops were just full of people all the time because it's escapism.
Yeah.
It's an easy way of getting out of it. Like, fuck it, I'll go and buy a film and watch something about the future where everyone's actually happy and got money. And
Talking of escapism, Adam, you like a biopic?
I sometimes do.
Most of the time you don't.
Well, no, there's quite
Otherwise
a
I
few I
wouldn't
like.
bring it up, would I? You know.
I just don't like the ones that everyone seems to think are amazing.
Okay, fair enough. How would you like a Shia LaBeouf biopic? Biopic?
What the fuck?
He's not been
No, no, no.
alive long enough
Wait,
to
wait.
deserve one, has he?
There's an even better element to this story. How would you like a Shia LaBeouf biopic starring Shia LaBeouf?
Fuck off.
If it's done like with the sense of humour of something like Burn Hollywood Burn, then I think it could be quite good, because he did start out as a comedian.
What's Burn Hollywood Burn?
It's a film starring Sylvester Stallone, Jackie Chan and Whoopi Goldberg, and it's all about the guy Alan Smithy. You know, in America, if you make a film and then you hate it, you can take your name off of the credits and have Alan Smithy put on.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's something that happens. Basically, the whole film is about a guy whose actual name is Alan Smithy.
Who's trying to be an actor?
He's he's written a film and it's going to star Jackie Chan, Sylvester Stallone and Whoopi Goldberg, and he hates it so much, but obviously he can't change the name on the credits because his name is Alan Smithy.
Brilliant.
And it's played by Eric Idle, and it's great.
Okay.
And if Shia LaBeouf's biopic is done with that sense of humour to it, then maybe it'll actually be quite funny.
Okay. Fair
Because
enough.
that's how he started out, as a comedian for Disney.
I don't think it's going to be particularly funny, this movie.
I can't imagine
Shia
it's going to be
LaBeouf's-
interesting then.
Shia LaBeouf's actually going to be playing his alcoholic, abusive father, and somebody else is going to play Shia LaBeouf. So, yeah.
Well, you didn't get that side of him in his Disney days when he was in Even Stevens.
It's come out as an adult, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's all this self-destructive and violent behaviour, you know. Probably stems from somewhere. I'm no psychologist, but you know what I mean.
Transformers, yeah. Working with Michael Bay.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with his alcoholic father. It's just
He
to
had
do
all
with Michael
on the
Bay.
raps. It's just
Yeah.
And that
Michael Bay broke
Bay
him.
sent him over the edge. That's it.
maybe it was Indiana Jones. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
But then again, he wasn't in an Indiana Jones movie, was he, Ross?
No.
Because that doesn't exist, apparently. So, yeah. Did anyone see his latest movie? McEnroe versus Borg.
No.
McEnroe versus the Borg.
I'm guessing he was McEnroe, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one with Kit Harington?
No.
Is that a different one?
That's Wimbledon. That's
no,
a different
that's
one.
not Wimbledon.
Isn't it?
Wimbledon's that.
Oh, no, it's not. You're right.
The
Okay.
shit film with Paul
Wimbledon's
Bettany
older.
in.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've never watched a film about tennis. I didn't know there were more than one.
But, yeah, there's 3 straight away.
I didn't know
Yeah.
there was one.
No, I knew there was one called
Well,
Wimbledon.
there's Tennis 2, Tennis
What's-
Part 3, The Return of the Tennising.
Is the one
Ball
you're thinking
Boys, the
of
spin-off.
is the one you're thinking of called Match Point?
That was a game.
No, I don't know. It's the one where the game. It was like the HBO feature-length thing.
I know the one you mean.
Mockumentary where the game just never ended, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's supposed to be quite funny.
Ah.
I might seek that out, actually. I mean, that
Sounds quite good, actually.
But McEnroe...
Yeah, I like office-style mockumentary.
Yeah, I love a good mockumentary.
But it's about a tennis match that goes on for like 32 hours, and it's just horrible.
But look, this Borg versus McEnroe, or McEnroe versus the Borg, as I like to think of it.
Borg.
Production budget was 7.5 million, and worldwide box office it's at 2.64. So
Dear.
I'm still going to go and watch it. I'm just thinking, well, he doesn't really have much of a pull as far as
I think
cinema
just
goes.
the idea of that as a film doesn't have much of a pull. The fact they then put Shia LaBeouf in probably makes it even worse.
Maybe. There you go. Anyway,
I'm sorry. A
What?
film cost 7 million, which is nothing for a film.
yeah, low-end movie. You'd
and
expect
it
it to make
managed
money.
to lose money still.
Yeah, by quite a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2/3 of its budget, basically. Yeah. Whoops.
Never mind.
Anyway, Ready Player One. That's getting some solid reviews, isn't it?
Yeah, compared to what they said on the screening reports.
Yep. Initial screenings weren't incredibly great, although depends which screening you're in, I think. South by Southwest, everybody loved it. But
Yeah.
We're going to watch it next week, yeah?
we are going to go and watch it next week.
Yes.
Next
and
Wednesday?
Our podcast will be late because it's bank holiday.
So what will we do? We'd record our podcast after we've seen the movie instead, shall we?
Yeah, if it's,
I'm up for that.
If we go to an early enough screening.
But yeah, South by Southwest, I guess, you had all the cast there and Steven Spielberg there, and everybody's a bit ramped up and stuff, and they all came away like, oh my God, that was amazing.
Is South by Southwest a film festival then, or what is it?
No, it's like a culture festival.
So most of the people there are high as fuck. So a film,
No, it's not that sort of festival.
So a film full of
There will be lots of high
There'll be
people.
lots of high people, and it's a film full of nostalgia. So of course they're going to think it's good. That's just I'm not saying it isn't, but of course they're going to think
I know
it's
some
good.
people who just went to see Titan AE just while they were high, just because it looked like it'd be a bit trippy.
Titan AE, what was that?
It's like
Animated.
It's an animated movie, but not not Disney, so it probably wasn't very good.
I think it was like DreamWorks or something.
Right.
But like not long after Ferngully, sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
It was half CGI, half animated. It was a bit trippy, but yeah, I can't remember if it was any good or not.
I remember it being rubbish.
Yeah, I don't
Is
think
it
it's very
Treasure
good.
Planet rubbish?
I don't know. I've never seen that.
Treasure Planet's a Disney movie as
It
well,
is,
isn't it?
yeah.
You forget about.
It's really not great. Anyway, speaking of Disney,
Yeah.
how would you feel about... do you know... Actually, let's handle it this way. Have you seen the new Tron... No, the fucking shit. Do you know what the next Lego Ideas
Tron.
set is?
Tron.
Bollocks. Yeah, Lego Ideas. They've got
Yeah,
a
Tron bike.
Tron set coming out. 2 light cycles.
Yeah, I've been waiting ages. I voted for this on Lego Ideas,
Okay.
and I'm very up for it.
Comes out on the 31st of March, apparently.
Yep.
Chris will be getting on the 5th of May via fake Chinese version.
No, I'll probably invest in a couple. Stick them
Yeah.
in the loft, you know.
Mate, you say stick them in the loft, but they're still sat in the corner of this room.
No, they're not.
They put some in the loft now.
Look, they're all in the loft.
Oh. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, you don't look
The
around,
dungeon
do
is
you?
back to being a dungeon rather than a Lego store.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Right, yeah, 30 quid price mark on that one.
Yeah, it's not bad for 2 bikes.
Is it just the bikes at the minute then?
2
Bikes
bikes
and a
and
character.
So I
yeah.
want to see the tank, you know, the hover tank.
£30 for 2 bikes?
Yeah, but they're probably about sort of 5.
So they're not minifig scale?
About 6
Yeah,
inches.
they're minifig scale, but they're about 6 inches long, and then they've got a base, and it's not just a bike.
How many pieces? Tell me how many pieces.
I don't know how many pieces.
We'll just have to find out.
It's a decent amount of pieces and size and amount of Lego for a
I'd want 300.
for an idea. One for an ideas set, and 2 for a set that's they've got to pay a license for. So for what you're getting, most of the ideas sets are about 49 quid. So
How long
this
is
is
it going
pretty
to be
good.
before Disney just buys Lego?
That will never happen.
Why not?
Lego won't allow it.
Lego might not be able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Are they a limited company?
They're family run, but not run by the family anymore company. I don't know what that means.
I don't want it to happen.
No.
It just sounds like it could.
Sort out a lot of problems. Might bring the price down a bit.
No,
Or would
it would put the
Probably
price
not.
up.
But yeah, because you'd still be paying the rights to the same company.
Yeah,
'cause it gets
exactly,
run as a
yeah.
separate yeah,
Lego's
anyway.
cheap in America. That's the annoying thing.
Is it?
Yeah, because you pay 10 cents a piece instead of 10p a piece. So you could go
bastards.
there and buy like a nice big set, and it would cost you less
It's
money.
not done by that though.
It was pretty. Yeah, it pretty much scales like that, though, doesn't it?
No, depends on whether it's property or
All right,
Lego.
that's the average
thing.
then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that fair to say? It's
Yeah, that's about the average. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you just get more bricks for your money.
But then it's like everything in America, and everything's cheaper somehow.
Lego Movie. Did anyone enjoy that?
Yes.
Loved it.
Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still not see the Batman yet, though.
Really
Ah,
good.
you've got to
really
watch
good.
it.
And the Ninjago one's really good as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not as good as the Batman one.
No, but it's still very good.
Batman one's like literally the best Batman film ever.
Yeah.
It's
What, better than 89?
yeah.
It's. I'd say it's on a par with the animated Crusaders film they did a little while ago with Adam West voicing it.
I've
the
not seen that
animated
one actually yet.
Brilliant. Really,
Okay.
really good. That and Lego Batman are the best Batman films
It's
for
the best.
ages.
I think Lego Batman is the best Batman movie because it's completely self-aware.
Right.
And it's just got loads of stuff in it that's just references. Oh, the same reason why we'll probably love Ready Player One. You know, just references and
Yeah.
homages and, yeah, funny little in-jokes for Batman fans.
And then things that are there for Batman fans that even if you're not a Batman fan, you will find funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cast is huge.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous. As in, star-studded.
Lando Calrissian voices Two-Face.
Wicked.
Oh, yeah, and that would make sense because he was Harvey Dent in the 1980 movie.
Yeah.
Or 1990 movie, sorry. Anywho, Street Fighter. That's related to Lego.
Really?
No.
Is it?
No, it's not. Would you like a Street Fighter TV series?
No.
No.
Well, you're going to get one.
Because the film was
Great.
shit, wasn't it?
No, but I want a Street Fighter video game that's got every Street Fighter game ever on it.
Like the one that you sent me a link to the other
It's
day.
brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it does look alright, doesn't it? So it's Street Fighter 2, every single version.
Yep. Then,
And then-
Street Fighter Alpha,
1, 2 and 3.
and then Street Fighter 3,
Okay.
or Side Strike, whatever it's called, all the versions of that. And
Right.
then you get a free download code for Street Fighter 4.
Okay.
So literally the only game you got to buy is Street Fighter 5.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty good, isn't it? And it's like
That's pretty
discount,
good.
like 25 quid game.
Nice.
Where's that available from?
Ding, 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 ding.
China.
China.
That's where it's available from. Where's it available from?
The internet. India.
But yeah, okay. So
I'd prefer a Mortal Kombat TV series, to be honest. It's got a more interesting story.
have we had a decent live-action Mortal Kombat movie?
The first movie was all right, and the small shorts done on YouTube by I can't think of the guy's name were really good as well.
See, that would lend itself more to a Game of Thrones approach, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
What? Street
Mortal
Fighter?
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones. Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it would work much better because you've got the different realms with leaders in each realm, and you've got the Battle of Champions.
Super violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah, anyway, look, Entertainment One are producing and financing the show, which is being developed by the same team that made the live-action internet series Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, which is terrible.
Yes, it is.
But
I thought it was a fan film.
yes, well, it's got that sort of quality to it.
It has, yeah.
The movie that
The
live action movie.
The live-action internet movie. Yeah, not
The one that was out on YouTube and
Is that
stuff like that.
the one where there's like a dragon punch, maybe like 5
Right at the
minutes
end.
before the end?
Yeah,
The guy that's Ken looks like he's
I-
wearing a wig.
It's
I
Ken and
fast
Ryu.
forwarded my way through that movie,
Yeah.
and it was still tragic.
What you should do is set it into a different language, stick it on VLC Media Player, put it in a different language, and watch it at 5 times speed. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Well,
you shouldn't
hi.
have to go to that much effort to make a Street
Otherwise,
Fighter film
it's
good.
bollocks. But yeah,
Well, he likes his street mode. He's like, can I have this in hyper fighting turbo mode, please?
exactly.
All 16 hours of this film need to be in 4 minutes, please. It's like the extras on the Jam DVD box set.
Sonic Boom.
So, for those of you that are interested, the show will focus on Street Fighter's World Warrior story, focus on 4 main characters, Ryu, Ken, Guile, and Chun-Li, as they fight to take down M. Bison, the evil mastermind who runs Shadaloo, a global criminal
See,
organisation.
Yeah.
that synopsis makes me go, I love it already.
Yeah.
And it's
I
going to be
don't.
garbage.
Have you guys seen the anime? The
Yeah, the real old
movie?
one.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
really
seen any
good.
of it.
That's really good.
If
Like,
I'd far prefer Street Fighter to be an animated series, and then
They did one, didn't they?
Mortal Kombat to be like the shorts the guy did on YouTube with the writers of the games. They were absolutely fantastic, and they had some really big actors. And I think Street Fighter lends itself to animated better.
Didn't the Street Fighter anime come included with something like, I want to say, maybe as early as the PlayStation? You remember the 3D
You're right.
Street Fighter on the PlayStation?
Yes, it came
Street
with something,
Fighter
didn't
EX, was it? And it had that guy that threw the bombs, and he'd go, explosives, explosive. And he could throw these bombs, and they're on a string, and he yanks the string, and it blows up.
I think you're dreaming this.
Oh, mate, tripping. Was the 90s.
but you're right, it did come with one of the games on PlayStation at some point. The animated movie is very good, though. You should look it up if you've not seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I'll have to give them a go.
I think it will stand up.
Yeah.
Should stand the test of time. And you get to see a certain character in the shower. Not that mattered when I was a 14-year-old boy.
Douse him.
Anyway, yeah, that was him, yeah.
India, why you motherfucker?
Right, okay. We're going to shifty on to trailers because there's quite a few
It's
of them.
definitely Street Fighter EX was the 3D one.
Was it?
Cool.
Can't remember. Anyway.
Anyway, let's go.
Right, so trailers, yeah. Hereditary, there was a new trailer for that, Paul.
Oh, I've not seen.
Yeah, it was
I
just
need to
released
see.
like in the last 24 hours.
I will check
I do
that out.
believe. Yeah, that looks like a scary movie.
Good.
Apparently, it's like The Exorcist of our times.
Yeah.
It's going to be terrifying.
Well, I hope it lives up to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Random fact about The Exorcist. A girl hung herself down the road my mum used to live on as a kid because of watching that film.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
people went mental because of that film. It's very, very crazy.
Well, let's hope we don't get that, but I'm
Yeah.
hoping for a good film.
I think people understand fiction a little better now than
Yeah.
they did then.
Let's hope so. If you do feel the need, speak to somebody first.
Yeah.
Blimey. But yeah, looking at the demons we inherit from our parents, basically, is the theme of the movie. And yeah, this trailer gives you a bit more of that. Yeah, it looks creepy as hell.
Good.
I like a good horror movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. Crowhurst and the Mercy. that's
What?
two trailers that we should look at, I reckon. So, Studio Canal.
Are they two separate films?
These are two separate films.
Right, okay. I thought that was just the title of one film then. I was going to say, whoa, what is that about?
So, Crowhurst
Yeah.
was released in September 2017, and The Mercy is just coming out in the next few weeks. Studio Canal produced both movies, and they're both on the same subject.
Right.
Of a guy called Donald Charles Alfred Crowhurst, who attempted to sail around the world. But really, basically, he was trying to win a competition sponsored by the Sunday Times in 1969. They were offering £5,000 to the person that got around the world first, and his business was failing. So he thought, perhaps that's a good thing to do. I'm going to earn myself £5,000. All of his local community helped him on his way, helped him build a boat to get it done and stuff. And he felt under such pressure to go and do it that off he went. But sailing around the world solo is quite a hefty challenge.
Mentally and physically,
and
yeah.
he lost it. Well, we don't actually know what happened, but the theory is that he was falsifying his position, globally, so he was telling people that he was further along than he actually was, and he'd just become quite mentally ill and couldn't go home, couldn't face the embarrassment of going home, couldn't go on because the sea was just killing him. And his ship was found, his boat was found shipwrecked somewhere along the way, and he's never been found.
Oh wow!
So
see, that's a biopic that sounds interesting.
it does sound very interesting, but of course it's all a narrative. We don't know what actually happened to the bloke. You can only tell the story up to the point where he's left, really, and the point where they lost communication with him.
And even the stuff in between, you're not going to 100% know, but it's still someone's interpretation of what they think might happen could be very interesting.
I found it more interesting that Studio Canal are producing both of these films.
Are they? So the first one came out September last year.
Yep, so it's just a few months ago.
And then another one.
And the first one is a low-budget movie.
Yeah.
And apparently it's fantastic. It's more of a kind of psychedelic, brain-dazzling kind of, turn on things, really delving into, an arty mental health sort of,
interesting.
An arty picture of mental health, if you like. And then the Mercy stars Raquel Weisz, David Thewlis and Colin Firth as the main dude. So much bigger budget, much more mainstream.
Maybe the smaller budget one did well enough that they thought, sod it, we'll do another one and put more money into it.
Maybe.
Which is a bit strange to do it that quickly, but
it is.
Fair enough.
It's from the director of The Theory of Everything as well, so, should be more of a sort of heartfelt, emotional version, I reckon.
Cool.
But, yeah, that'll be out very soon. I think probably worth... I'm going to go and hunt out the original version, just because, support your lower budget movies and all
Definitely.
that.
Yeah.
Unless it's about John McEnroe and stars Shia LaBeouf. Westworld Season 2, Paul.
When?
Soon.
It's coming in April, I think, end of April.
I saw a
21st.
robotic vulture on the internet as a poster, and actually it's the first time I've seen a poster for anything in a long time that's got me excited.
Do you know what the interesting thing about that robotic vulture is? Hidden in the vulture, there was a code, and somebody managed to decipher the code, and it gave them a web address, which unlocked this new trailer that's just appeared online.
Oh.
So, the first series, of course, was focusing on the maze being, in the scalps of the hosts and stuff. The new trailer suggests that there's a new thing called the door. And
it's in their penis. Penis!
Which is only funny for your siblings. Anyway,
That just sounds dodgy without any context. It's only funny for your siblings. Penis.
One of your siblings, or not so funny, I should say. But yeah, it's quite a cryptic little trailer. We'll stick it up on our Facebook page.
Awesome.
You can have a look. It's only 17 seconds long, but
Yeah, I'm up for that.
cool.
Definitely.
It's
check
content.
It's the only Western since Paint the Wagon that I've actually been interested in.
Paint my wagon.
Paint the Wagon.
So, Deadpool 2.
that. Yeah, I saw there's a new trailer.
Did you watch the trailer?
I watched it.
Did you like it?
I thought it was okay.
What did you think? Or what was going on in it, Paul?
It looks more of the same, only slightly different.
With
that makes sense.
more characters.
Yep.
Lots more characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry Crews.
Who?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. Which one's Terry Crews?
Terry Crews is the comedian guy who did the adverts as an American footballer working in an office. tackling people to the ground, who did Beastmaster Challenge on Netflix, is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine as the sergeant.
Yeah.
I saw him in the trailer as someone, I'm assuming, because I don't know, but I'm guessing he might be Bishop, who's another person from the future who's got an M scar on his face because he's tagged.
He was in Days of Future Past.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I thought it was great. I'm intrigued. It doesn't look like it's going to be
being a motherfucker.
No, tagged for being a
mofo.
mutant.
No, okay.
But yeah, I'm up for more Deadpool, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first one was so out of left field, wasn't it? I mean, no one was expecting anything like that, especially from Marvel. And it was just, but it's now got a lot to live up to.
Yep.
Yeah, there is that.
So I'm not expecting it to be as amazing and groundbreaking as the first one, but it's going to be I think it'll be a roller coaster and a half. Yeah.
I was questioning how good this sequel was going to be actually, and this trailer's kind of brought me back into the game a bit. It's got me quite excited for it.
It is, like we discussed a little while ago, didn't we? Like the promotion for this one hasn't been as much or as big as the first one, but I think they maybe have done that on purpose.
Yeah. Keep people just mildly intrigued, and you should really be able to roll out a sequel based on the success of the first film, shouldn't you?
Yeah, I think they'll do a bit more of the Ryan Reynolds doing promotion for free of silly photos and stuff nearer the film coming out, and they'll push it a lot more then.
You say that. There was a new trailer released today, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's kind of a like a recap trailer,
of the first film.
Previously on Deadpool, that sort of thing.
Great.
So we'll stick that up on our Facebook page as well with the other trailer. But while we're talking about Deadpool, the FX animated show has been cancelled.
Yeah, I'm really sad about that.
That is a bit of a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, artistic differences between Donald Glover and Marvel and FX. So,
fortunately, it doesn't affect anything else that they're working on with Marvel. FX said that certainly Legion is done very well, and they're really hotly anticipating season 2, also coming out in April, just next month, which is cool. So yes, kind of sucks.
Yeah, I kind of was looking forward to an adult animated Deadpool cartoon. I thought it would actually work quite well.
Well, you'll just have to put up with an adult live-action Deadpool.
Yeah, it's just a movie, though. It's quite like a series. You could do some... And when it's animated, you can do all the ridiculous shit that they probably won't be able to do in films quite yet.
I don't know, some pretty ridiculous shit goes on in Deadpool, isn't there?
Yeah, but like there's stuff in the comics that I just can't imagine them managing to pull off live action wise that would look any good considering how realistic it looks. But we'll see what happens.
Fair. That's that recap trailer. I forgot to mention that actually. It's Green Band, so it's got like the blood taken out in a bit where he smashes the bloke around the head with a brick. There's no blood, for instance. You don't get the head choppy off bit. Yeah.
Fun.
So the footage is slightly different. You might spot something new in there. Who knows? Go and have a look. Right, Avengers, the Comic-Con trailer. Somebody kind of released that this week, filling in loads and loads of parts that have been in the run in the current trailers, putting them, editing them into the original Comic-Con leaked footage to sort of clean it up a little bit, but still give you the whole run of the trailer, which is quite interesting.
Cool.
Have you been watching the trailers, Adam?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Ross is probably just on purpose not listening. Yeah. But yeah, that's out there to look at. I'll stick that up on our Facebook page. And something else you might like is the second trailer done entirely in Lego.
Yes.
I
have seen that.
You've seen it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very fun.
So that's going up on our Facebook page as well. While we're talking about Marvel, Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
First trailer for that.
I haven't seen the trailer for that yet, but
okay.
I'm up for it.
Now, there's been conversations
I'll give it 3 episodes.
Yeah. Well, Runaways was very good, wasn't
Runaways was great.
So,
yeah.
It's being handled by a different channel.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that means that they're probably not likely to cross over.
Which is a shame.
It is a shame. But production looks very good. Like, production values look very good.
Cool.
Quite interesting to see... is that our SNEWS Button?
That is our SNEWS Button.
Okie dokie. So, right, yeah, anyway, so Cloak and Dagger, it's on Freeform. It's coming out pretty soon as well. I think that might be next month as well.
Cool.
If I'm not mistaken.
Cool characters. I'm up for more of them.
Into the Badlands. Anyone seen that?
I started it.
I started it a while back.
Samurai futuristic world.
Mad Max type thing.
Like out in the sticks. Really awesome martial arts. Quite low budget, but like really good.
I think the budget has been ramped up as they've gone along.
Yeah, I watched the beginning of it and I quite liked it at the start, but it was just very slow paced, and I kind of lost interest before the getting through all of it.
It's supposed to be very good.
Yeah, it's got good reviews.
Season 3 trailer is up there on our Facebook page. Go and have a look.
I'll tell you what, Paul. I bet Chris is glad Adam's here this week.
Well, yeah, me and you finally going to comb me.
Do you want to talk about the comic book? Nah.
Well, Into the Badlands ain't comic book. It's just a martial arts set in the future thing. It's quite.
Sounds like a comic to me, mate.
Ross, here's something you'd like.
Really?
Yes.
Promise?
Yeah. Batman, The Enemy Within. Is that the Telltale game?
I don't know.
Yes.
That's the one that you've been playing, no?
The one I played, yes.
Played?
Yeah.
It's not finished, no?
Well, yeah, you finish the game and then there'll be like a season 2.
Oh,
Season 2 Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going back to that.
Have you...
Fuck that. Fuck you.
Have you seen the trailers?
No.
You haven't seen the trailers?
I really enjoyed season 1 and season 2 of The Walking Dead, and now I can't bring myself to even play the third one. But that's thanks mostly to the TV show. It's ruined zombies.
Oh, what? The Telltale games?
And how annoyingly shit that Batman game was. I'm not going anywhere.
Was it really bad?
It's not. It's just once I tried that social experiment of how will this game complete itself if I let go of the controller?
Oh yeah.
And it just played itself, and I had to repeat about 5 things, and that's all I had to.
Wow, that's bad game making.
It doesn't matter. None of my choices matter.
Right.
It's like a choose your own adventure book where you will always arrive at the last page.
Fair enough. So you wouldn't be interested in the villain trailers?
No.
Apparently they're gonna. I don't know how, but there are 2 very, very different versions of the ending. Like, one of them is Joker being criminal Joker that we know, and the other one is like Joker taking the Robin part and becoming a vigilante. So it's Batman and the Joker as a duo kind of thing.
Weird.
Okay. That sounds like gay fan fiction, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does sound like fan. Not even gay fan fiction.
Yeah,
it sounds like
Batman holding Joker in his arms. Yeah. Like
there actually is a section where Joker wraps his arms round Batman and fires his thing into the air and carries Batman off into the sunset. No, not into the sunset, but off into the
moonlight.
Into the moonlight.
Dungeon, bedroom.
Yeah. Anyway, that's coming. If you're playing the game and you're into it, then
I bet gay fanfic is not actually even a thing because
it is.
No,
you want to see the Transformer ones? Jesus, I stumbled into them at one time.
No. Let me rationalise this for you. I think totally straight heterosexual guys can fall in love with these characters so much that they write gay fanfic. Like, I can imagine a really straight man who is definitely like just straight going, I bloody love Transformers so much. Optimus Prime is fucking Megatron in the arse.
What?
I don't understand how you've come to that conclusion.
That is
because of fanboys.
Yeah, but surely they would, if they're fanboys, they just pick their favourite male and female characters and write sexual fan fiction like that.
Isn't that not just like,
same as lesbians would?
I think it depends on the context, because in the recent comic series, there is a couple. They're a gay couple and blah blah blah.
Transformers.
There's a gay couple but that part of a story plot. The fan fiction I'm on about is just the whole premise is just fuck him as hard as you can. Rattle the plates off that, and it is just geared up to this.
Transformers don't have sex, do they?
They did in this one. It's a whole Japanese line of gay fan fiction Transformers. You've got Ultra Magnus banging Hot Rod, and I mean just the names.
Yeah,
what I mean, are enough.
Yeah.
So, and then
you get the weird fan fiction of like Professor Xavier and Magneto from the more recent films, played by the younger guys, like artwork drawn of them kissing and fucking and stuff like that.
I mean, like clearly,
it's like, surely the person drawing that has some sort of interest in that being the thing they're fantasizing about.
I bet at this point there's more stories on the internet of Kirk getting off with Spock than Kirk getting off with anything other than Spock.
That's probably true, actually.
Don't know.
And I think a lot of it is just people who really love those characters and want to see them together.
Maybe.
Right, I'm going to write some fan fiction that's about.
I think you should
Kirk and Spock.
next week.
We'll get you to read it out. Yeah, next week.
Next week, you should just read us a paragraph of your Kirk Spock fan fiction.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your challenge for next week. Just write us an opening paragraph to how it would start. I'll write an end paragraph.
But you don't love Kirk and Spock that much. But Vader and what? Would it be Obi-Wan? Or would that be a bit incestuous?
No, it would be incestuous if it was Luke.
Yeah, so who would you have then? It'd be Han Solo and Vader.
Yeah.
Where would they meet?
His dark throbbing saber and
who shoots first?
Yeah.
No, seriously, no, if you're going to write Star Wars fan fiction, it would all definitely be about C-3PO and R2-D2.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, no, sorry.
A lot of that going on.
It would just be about Finn and it would be about Poe and Finn, because they're so
all the fan fictions that's flashed up in news articles and stuff to do with Star Wars at the moment is all about Rey being banged by someone or being chased by someone, and then it's weird. I don't like the fan fiction stuff now. Fan fiction used to be decent stories that people wrote for other people to enjoy. Now it all just seems to be sex orientated, and it's not even well written, half of it. It's just, you might as well go and read a Mills and Boon, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, fair enough.
Literal fuck's sake.
Another game then, Ross. A Way Out. Did you see the trailer for that one?
Yeah, this is the one that's you can't play it on your own.
Yeah, you have to play it as co-op.
So, Prison Break.
Yeah.
I'll give you the little synopsis. Prison Break, the film, TV show, yeah. Remember the meathead was in the prison,
yeah,
but the really brainy brother was the tattooed one.
Yeah.
Similar premise to that, but that game is either split screen couch co-op or online co-op.
Yeah, saw a trailer for this. It looks really good.
Yeah, I quite like the look of it.
I'd love to play it, sat with a mate. I'd love to play it like on a couch, like just playing through it with someone.
These are minor spoilers, but I guess to make the game a reasonable length, I watched the trailer and I got annoyed because they're clearly not in prison for some of it.
Oh, really? So they've done what they did with Prison Break, which ruined it. They did a storyline after they escaped.
10 seasons outside of the prison.
Yeah. Or in
well, no, Prison Break was so bad that they went, this TV show doesn't work when they're on the run. Let's throw them back in a different prison.
Yeah, and every other series was in a prison, and they're bringing it back again.
In or out of prison this time?
But no, let's not get distracted by that garbage TV show.
Yeah, it looks good as a game. I like the concept. I just hope it's not like the TV show.
Hazelight Studios, the creators of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. That was a co-op thing as well, was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
But it was...
That was like a side-scrolling co-op, wasn't it?
It was twin stick. So you controlled one brother with each stick, and then they had a grab. Like you could do, like one was heavier than one was young, one was older than the other. So the young one you could throw up, and he could get stuff, and the older brother could push stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it was brilliant. You just had to always remember to try and keep, when you're moving them both up the screen, it trips you out if the brother that's on the right thumbstick is left of the brother that's on the left thumbstick.
Yeah.
Because your brain just goes, and it falls out your ear. But yeah, that's an excellent game.
Maybe this will be good then.
If that's in the PlayStation Easter sale for like £4, buy it.
Right, fair. Okey-doke.
Pro tip.
Back onto movies then, I guess. Cobra Kai. Oh, that's a TV series. Cobra Kai, the TV series.
It's like a pile of shit.
Do you think?
Yes.
Has the trailer hit yet?
Yeah,
it was a big announcement. They were doing that thing like going, the trailer's coming in 21 hours.
Neither of them can act, even in just trailer footage. And one of them somehow sets up a school without any actual qualifications or paperwork, but somehow just sets up a martial arts school.
These are things
because blah blah blah.
These are questions you're not supposed to ask, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's blatantly obvious when it's in the situation of you've got someone at the beginning of the trailer drunk off his fucking mind, laid on the floor, like wakes up to a phone call, and then it cuts to him.
I quite like the way
that
they did that, though. They did the kick from Danielson, like knocking him out, and then he's on the floor. And then it sort of does a jump cut to him laying on the floor as a drunken old man, and he's getting up to answer the phone.
And the guy that plays Daniel San is like some weird car-owning businessman. So
Yeah.
martial arts obviously didn't take him on a journey.
Oh,
And
it's
he
still,
seems like a
obviously
dickhead.
it's still inclusive in his life though, because he's using it in his advertising campaigns.
Yeah, but he just seems
Quite
like
funny.
he just seems like a dickhead. Like,
So it's got like TV adverts of him going like, "Wah, wah, wah,
places have been
buy my
kicked
cars."
off. Yeah, it just looks awful. I don't know why they're bothering.
because it might get them subscribers.
Oh, because of nostalgia.
Well, yeah, there is that. But, you know, you've got to think about the fact that
The original film is that bad that even nostalgic feelings doesn't make it a good film when you rewatch it.
okay, but it's YouTube, right? YouTube Red. It's just exclusive to YouTube Red. And you've got to think about the fact that somebody has got to change the tide. At the moment, anyone that's under the age of 20, they just don't watch television. Nobody watches TV. So what do? You put series and you start making series for the stuff, for the platforms that they are watching.
Yeah.
So, you know...
This is a bad example of what to make, though.
Well, it might get some adults interested in what the kids are doing as well, and get them all on board with the same platform to a degree. At least steer the ship ever so slightly in that direction.
I think
We'll see.
Netflix, Amazon Prime, and the Hulu, and what's the other one that's coming out soon? The Disney app that's coming soon. That's going to have all the Disney shows, and they're going to be making new stuff. These will all last for a lot longer. I think YouTube Red is not really going to. I don't imagine it's really going to make a massive impact now. It's a bit late.
But your kids don't walk around watching videos on Netflix on their phones, do you? Do they?
I don't know.
So-
There's a lot of kids you see on the bus that are sat watching stuff on Netflix with their phone on their phones, sharing headphones.
Mm.
And then some of them are just watching clips of computer games on YouTube, which,
Yeah.
you know, you can't really turn that into a TV show.
Well, you can.
Well, you could
And
try.
it probably will happen at some point.
Gaming,
It's the show of the future.
Esports, is it?
I noticed karaoke has made it into mainstream television.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
No.
In the last few months, there's been a show on TV where they have a live performer on. That's sort of somebody like, who was the one who did Murder on the Dance Floor? Murder on the Dance Floor.
Oh, the weird alien looking
Sophie
lady.
Ellis Bextor.
That's the one. So she was on the other day, for instance. She comes on, performs that song, and then they cut to people at home singing the song, and then they have to fill in the gap.
How are
on
they
the lyrics
at
and
home?
stuff, because they've got cameras like maybe these people have got smart TVs and they've registered or something. I don't
okay.
know.
I find that as weird as entertainment as that thing where people come on, celebrities come on and pretend to sing along to tracks and mime. Like, I don't get that either.
Gogglebox. What the fuck is that about?
Gogglebox,
You
the
sit
same-
at
yeah,
home
same thing.
watching people sit at home watching telly.
I'd rather watch Gogglebox for an hour to take in the whole week's worth of crap TV I never would have watched to keep in
suppose
touch with the world.
There is that.
And laugh at the comments those people are making than actually watch all the programmes they're watching.
Terrifying.
But yeah,
where it's
it
all
is the
going.
same. It is crazy.
Mainstream television is going to go down this route. People watching each other doing stuff.
Well, yeah, I think we're already there to a certain degree when
Yeah.
Big Brother started.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the beginning of it all, really.
That was the beginning and the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, for mainstream TV.
It's only
For
gonna get worse, is
everything.
what I mean.
It's just going to be bollocks.
Anyway, speaking of bollocks or possible bollocks, Titan. That's going to Netflix, straight to Netflix. In fact, it was supposed to be going to the cinema.
Titan.
Yeah, Titan AE, real trippy thing.
No. It was supposed to be getting a cinema release April 13th in the USA. But instead, the studio have gone, actually, we don't think this is going to do very well. And they've sold it to Netflix. It's being released on 30th of March. Sam Worthington's new movie, basically.
Oh, yeah, great. That's going to be tosh, isn't it? No, in all seriousness, what is Netflix doing? Because they're diluting their really good products with all this garbage, aren't they?
Well, yes. You could
What
argue
else
that.
has he done?
Sam Worthington.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the bad Terminator in Terminator Salvation.
Oh, so he didn't make the film. He's just the person in
He's
it.
the actor,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
you
I thought you
remember-
meant
Oh,
he
and he's
made
the main
it.
guy in Avatar, isn't he?
Do you remember
Right.
when, like, the PlayStation 1 finally they stopped making games for it and you could buy, like, about 600 games and it had more games than any other console?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
matter because you only cared about the 20 that are really good. That's what Netflix is like now.
Yeah.
And it just makes it harder and harder to find stuff.
You have to like rely on other people really in their reviews and
Yeah.
things, don't you? So there's plenty of
Yeah,
web pages
there's
out there.
there's
that
a
deal
lot
with
on there that I've managed to watch randomly that's turned out to be really, really good, and then a lot of stuff people have recommended. And I don't tend to don't just tend to click on anything. You know, I used to when Netflix first came out, but
Yeah, when you first get it, you do that thing where you go, I must get my money's worth out of it. And then what made me stop doing that was when House of Cards came out. I went, Netflix is worth their subscription just for House of Cards.
yeah, I just pay for the Marvel stuff for me.
Yeah, that's what makes it good, because now you've got Daredevil as well. So that's two things worth watching.
Yeah. Jessica Jones.
Yeah. Oh, there's plenty of it. There's actually loads of stuff on Netflix that's worth watching.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of decent
documentaries. But what I'm saying is, it's getting diluted by garbage
stuff they're
buying
paying
money for. So they'll be putting on the front page, and you're like, I don't need to watch 75 Cloverfield movies.
This is it. They missed the ball on quite a lot of things as well. You'll get, I don't know why, they'll release a series of something, yet they haven't got. So they make a big deal of releasing, season 3 of such and such thing. Then season 1 and 2
are on another channel.
They've deleted completely from their back catalogue.
Oh, right.
Or it's like when the Jim and Andy came out. Well, I can't wait to watch that. I've seen Man on the Moon.
Yeah, but other
the
people
missus hasn't. But it's not on Netflix. They could have released that at the same time.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do about that.
There, but you would have thought they'd be able. Yeah, but if they bought the license to do that.
Yeah, but genuinely, there's nothing they can do about that. Let's say, for example, Jim and Andy. No, the Man on the Moon is a Weinstein Company movie. Yeah,
right.
That's owned by Disney. Disney are
so
doing their own.
They wouldn't do it.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow
they'll
it.
just be like, no, you're not going to have that now. That's why all the Marvel stuff's falling off of it, isn't it? Slowly.
Yeah. Bit by bit, the Marvel films are disappearing, but Disney has said they're going to carry on doing series with them. So
yeah. Oh well, there we go. But yeah, Titan. It's like a near future sci-fi about a guy who takes part in a government experiment to give him alien genes, and it all goes a bit wrong.
Sounds like about 4 or 5 other sci-fi films that come out in the last year.
It's rinse and repeat type thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
shame.
It looks a lot like Fly 2. It reminds me of just looking at it visually. If you guys remember Fly 2.
Yeah.
Brandl's great, was it?
Especially the bit with the birth at the beginning. She gives birth to a maggot. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, creepy films.
Anyway, right. Last few bits.
What I can't ever work out about that film is if you gave birth to a maggot... That film should be 3 minutes long. I've just given birth to a maggot. The doctor immediately throws the maggot in an incinerator. The film ends.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Although the maggot was a dream, so wouldn't really work.
Oh, right, okay.
I can't handle the dog bit in that film. I can't watch it just because of that dog bit. It's fucking horrible.
In the Fly 2?
Fly 2.
What happens with the dog?
This is his pet Labrador, and then he finds it in a cage. It's been down there for about, 15, 20 years?
Yeah.
And it's all mutated. It's been locked in this... not even a cage, it's like a dungeon, isn't it?
Just
pitch
horrible.
black dungeon. He's got... And he's just... You can see he's begging to be killed, so he kills it.
Oh.
It's fucking horrible.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
So,
dark.
The dog
dark
just
as
spent
fuck.
2 days in the kennels. That makes me a bit sad.
Yeah. Imagine 15 years with nothing. Just slop. Well, yeah, they fed it slop in a bucket, didn't they? Mm-hmm. Slide it under a slop.
Well, my dog didn't come back mutated, so that's all right.
Your dog's a bit of a mutant already, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, not at all. Right, okay, look. George R.R. Martin has got a new TV show coming.
Well, finish your fucking books, mate.
Is it Wild Cards?
No, it's Night Flyers.
Oh, okay.
So, psychological thriller set in space. Team of scientists on the edge of the solar system trying to find a mysterious alien spaceship.
Far more
dude.
my cup of tea than Game of Thrones.
Yeah, fair.
I'll give it a go if it's any good.
He says it's like Psycho or a haunted house tale in space.
Rad.
Sort of thing. So, yeah, that's coming in the autumn. And the director of It Follows has got a new movie coming called Under Silver Lake, which is starring Andrew Garfield. It's kind of a crime noir type thing, but it's also quite funny by the looks of it as well.
I never knew that was his first name as well.
What? Andrew?
No, Garfield. I didn't realise he had... I thought Garfield was his first name.
Other Garfield, mate. Wrong
Is
Garfield.
it different?
Human
It's
Garfield.
Spider-Man. Did you notice that Spider-Man wasn't played by a cat in the Amazing
I've not watched
Spider-Man?
any of those new ones.
Oh,
I just
maybe you
assumed that they'd CGI'd him somehow. Well, I'm not interested now then.
Fair enough.
Does he still
Right.
sound like Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Good. That's the main thing.
Amazing. Right, other trailers. The Spy Who Dumped Me. That looks quite funny. 2 unsuspecting women get drawn into a spy comedy thing. Again, storyline we've seen loads of times before. Sicario 2. That had a new trailer this week.
looks good.
Hotel Transylvania 3, Paul, because you loved the second one. It was.
No, I wasn't. I've not seen the second one. The
Maybe
first
not.
one was all right.
First is all right. The second
one
one's just awful. Yeah.
No, I'll not bother them.
Yeah. And if I don't mention it, you'll just get upset, Paul. Frozen, the musical, the official Broadway trailer was released this week.
Oh.
Just for you.
I've got nothing to say, really.
No?
I was trying to think of
Shock
something
and
witty.
awe.
It's nothing.
Just,
Absolute.
oh, my Lord.
It's made as soon as you said Frozen, my eyes literally went, like, I couldn't focus on anything because I felt so broken in my brain from all this children
You should probably
singing.
just let it go.
I just
Adam.
put it on. Oh, Christ.
I will stab you in the face.
Do you want to build a snowman?
It's on the same shelf as the Michael Bay Transformers
good film.
movies for me. It's bollocks.
It's not a good film.
Fucking
It's a good film.
painful. It's all about. It's a really.
It's a rip-off of Watchmen.
It's all about coming out of the closet, and it's just done.
No one does.
But no one does, and it's just. It's.
Do you want to know an interesting fan theory for Frozen, though?
Go on.
Well, you say they're interesting, but...
Well, it kind of is interesting. Right, Tarzan's parents are Elsa's parents.
What?
Tarzan, and is it Elsa? Is that the main character's name in Frozen?
Elsa. Yeah, Elsa.
So her and Tarzan are brothers.
She's not a brother.
Siblings, yeah.
So how's that work?
Because
How they
her
come to that
parents were
conclusion?
killed, I think something to do with a fire on board a ship or something, and it's travelling back from a jungle.
This
I
sounds
can't remember,
exactly like
but
a
it's out
fan
there.
theory.
I can't remember all the details, but it's out there. Tarzan and Elsa are siblings.
Cool.
Go and have a look, and apparently it's quite a well-founded fan theory.
Excellent.
Nah.
I'm not.
I think,
I'm not your best representative with this one, but
nah.
Chris, you never are. You always know all these fan theories. And
To
you're
be
like,
honest, when you
"Mate,
just...
How many fan theories do you read in a week?
what are you on about?
You're
None.
always the one who's like, I know this fan theory.
I just
yeah?
read stuff.
Darth Vader
I don't specifically
doesn't
go.
have to go to the toilet. He's got a tube that goes up his bum when his helmet comes off. Fan theory.
He uses the Force.
No, do you know what they do? Fan theory. In Star Trek, the toilets are just tiny little teleporters that teleport your poo outside the ship.
I'd love to have a little teleporter ring inside my ring that just teleports the shit to
Ewoks
space.
come and take it away in the night. You don't
Yeah.
even know about it.
That'd be amazing. It's so much easier.
God
They ain't
bless
lies.
those Ewoks.
Wouldn't have to waste time going to the toilet. Just be done for me. Anyway,
Honourable mentions for Libsyn and Sticher. Let's wrap this up and get out of here.
I think we should mention one other person as an honourable mention.
Oh, yes.
And have his head put in a jar because we haven't done that for a little while.
Good point.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawkins, who's been in
Hawking.
who's been in quite a few different TV shows over the years and had his own TV shows and done a lot of good things. And has got a sense of humour, hence
Brilliant
some of
sense
the
of humour,
characters he's
actually.
played.
For somebody in
As
his,
somebody
in his
who was
position.
basically a head in a jar, I don't think he'll mind being a head in a jar.
No.
No, I think he should go up there with the others.
I've got one question about Stephen Hawking. Is why has he always used the same computer voice after all these years?
They
Because he
asked
could
him
have chosen Jane or Abdul, couldn't
He
he?
felt that he'd been using that voice for so long,
Right.
it's become his voice. That's
Yeah.
everyone associates it with him, so it's become his voice.
Even when they did that comic relief sketch where he was trying to find a new voice and loads of people auditioned to be his new
I've
voice.
not
Loads of
seen that.
celebrities.
He could have got Brian Blessed to record all
Yeah.
this. He could have gone, E equals MC squared. He could have had anybody.
That'd be amazing.
He could have just
But yeah, he
got
was-
Anthony Daniels to just record
Yeah.
every.
Nah,
He could
you
have
know
just
what I
sounded
want?
like C-3PO.
I've got a better one. Terry Pratchett.
No, I've got a better one. I'd
Go on.
like to hear him do.
I'm a bubbly little man who's not alive anymore, and I'm such a little nerd with a weird hat on, but I used to write really funny stories,
I'd like him to do his entire DVD series again, but with the voice of Danny Dyer.
Oh God.
That would be amazing.
He wouldn't be able to say half the words, so that cuts out most of
That's great, though, isn't it?
Look, mate, I'm fucking telling you, the heat death of the universe is really gonna fucking happen, alright? It's
He wouldn't start.
gonna be really fucking hot.
He wouldn't start swearing just because he's,
Danny
using
Dyer.
Danny Dyer.
Unless that's Danny Dyer's full stop. Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably is.
That's
That's
Danny Dyer's
punctuation.
punctuation there.
But yeah, so he should go head in a jar. And
What, Danny Dyer?
No, Stephen Hawking. Because
head is
Futurama,
right in a jar.
Simpsons, Family Guy, Big
he
Bang
was a
Theory.
pop culture icon as much as he was
a science genius.
It should go in a jar.
disabled man who's the genius, disabled man.
Just for his parts in the Big Bang Theory. It should go in a jar.
Because he's the only good thing about the Big Bang Theory.
His jokes were actually very good.
Yeah.
Really good lines. So, yeah, very well written into it. There we go. Right.
It's just one last thing.
Go on.
When you think about it, it's terrifying being trapped in a body and it like that.
Yeah.
The thought of that. But imagine being that mind and just going, it doesn't really matter because I've got all the ideas up here.
Me and Chris were talking about this before we started recording, how, he had an amazing sense of humour, and to be in that position of life with that much brains, he still was up for doing things where he got to take the mick out of himself, but also other people. Like, shows the sort of strength of mind that humans can have.
Who was it? I think it was Brian Cox on the radio said they had this anecdote about when he was in hospital and a junior doctor or something tripped over a lead, and this was before he was so paralysed that he could only use his eye, and the machine went off, and so he just closed his eyes and dipped his head forward like he died.
Amazing.
I like the one they were interviewing a few of his students. And he said early mornings they'd be walking down the corridors. If they were late to class, he'd rev up. He'd be trying to run into them. He'd be trying to run them over.
Brilliant.
Fucking brilliant. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Honourable mentions for Libsyn and Sticher.
Who built his wheelchair?
And his voice thing.
Yeah.
And if you want to check out anything that we do outside of the podcast, please go and find links on our Facebook page.
Can somebody who listens to our podcast, I know... if you've got any spare time, can you work out our heads in the jar? Because I think I've lost track.
Yeah.
I know it's Stephen Hawking, John Williams, and...
Steven Spielberg?
No. James Cameron.
Cameron. Yeah. Is that it? I feel like we're missing one.
Did we not put Steven Spielberg a little while ago in?
Don't think we did.
We'll wait till Wednesday, see whether he gets his chance to go in the jar.
Oh, that's what we were going to do. We were going to wait until after Ready Player One.
I'll tell you he's not going in the jar. Really, Scott?
No, never.
Right. Okay, yes. Links to our stuff on our Facebook page. Please go and have a look. And if you want to write into us, ask us any questions or anything like that, snewwiththecrew@gmail.com or podcast@snewnetwork.com. Chuck a brick through Paul's window. Tweet at us. Message us on Facebook. Whatever.
Chase me with a stick.
Chase Adam with a stick at our local library in Cowes.
Yep.
Every Wednesday.
Yep.
Adam knows why that's funny. Okay, ladies and gents, thank you very much for listening. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
You motherfucker.
Have to cut it out every single time you say it.
There was no context for it, and you're saying it all the way through the show, but there's no context for the audience.
Cut it out.
No, it's not.
There's no context
it wasn't
for the
recorded.
audience, so it's not going to be funny. It's just going to be you being racist all the way through the show.
I thought we were recording.
No. We were having the conversation about